Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Wednesday. It is time for another wrestling review. This day we are reviewing New Japan Cup. Not really a review, but more of a recap. With me once again, we have Campo.Reviews, the man who reviews movies, TV shows, everything else in between. Guys, we're at 399. One more. One more, we hit 400. You know what that
I'm not
means?
eating subs for 400 though, I'll tell
No,
you that.
but 600 more, and we will eat the subs. Even
And
Sean said,
yeah, we'll review the subs as well.
we'll review the subs. Yeah, yeah. He'll get a few from someplace. Too bad Quiznos isn't around anymore.
There's got to be one.
No, I
Really?
miss Quiznos. Quiznos was good.
Yeah, Quiznos is solid.
Pretty good, pretty good. They had the best toasted subs.
Yeah, there's still three.
Oh yeah? Any in your area or my neighborhood?
Hold on. No.
The closest one to me is in Markham.
There's two, yeah, there's one in Markham and two in Mississauga.
Yeah. Yeah, by the Buttonville Airport.
Well, we're gonna have to get one.
Well, I
So,
mean, you meet me at the station, I'll pick you up. We head up the 404
yeah, we're gonna have to do it. So,
or eventually, yeah, yeah. But we're not talking about subs today. Today we're talking about New Japan. The New Japan Cup just culminated on Sunday with a pretty good final. Like a pretty good like it was a pretty decent tournament because there was a lot of younger guys and a lot of fresh faces in this tournament this year. Ones that we haven't seen as often. In the first round brackets, you had Yuria facing off against Great-O-Khan, Aaron Wolf against Fale, Taichi versus Ren Narita, El Phantasmo versus Bolton Oleg, Yoshihashi versus Jake Lee, Oscar Lube versus Caleb Newman, Shota Umino versus Chase Owens, Yuto Ice versus Roihei Oiwa, and the people that got the buys were Zack Sabre Jr., for some reason Yujiro Takahashi, for some reason Hartley Jackson, Hiroki Goto Hanare for some reason. Kojima got a buy for some reason. Shingo got a buy, and so did Drilla. He's the only one left, eh? Drilla.
yeah. I didn't watch any of like the cut scenes or behind the scenes
No,
type
no.
stuff. Is he still are they still a group with Yoda
Y-
Suji?
Yeah, that's still a group. The unaffiliated or whatever they're called.
Okay, that's fine. Just leave that. He'll be
Unbound.
okay.
Yeah.
That's probably why they did it.
He's their only Gaijin left.
They never had a Gaijin before.
No, no, I mean in the company.
What are you talking about? Caleb Newman.
Oh yeah, Caleb Newman. That's right.
Callum
That's right.
Newman.
Yeah, Caleb Newman. Whatever it is. But yeah, yeah. But I mean they lost three in one go, right?
Yeah, well, they're clearly Newman is clearly getting the push of a
The push
lifetime,
here.
so
Yeah, so I kind of breezed through most of the tournament matches until I got to the semis, and then I watched the two semis and the finals. So the first semifinal match, you had Yuya Uemura versus Oleg Bolton.
I didn't like this match at all.
Yeah, I was expecting more from Yuya and Oleg in this,
I
especially
just
the
thought it
fact
was
that
boring. It was just so boring.
yeah,
It wasn't even like a terribly put together match. I just they don't the storytelling, like long-winded storytelling from these two just isn't the thing.
especially because there's no history between these two either.
Yeah, it just felt like this whole tournament felt like that. And I didn't watch a lot of it. I probably watched like I don't know how many matches were there total, like 15, 30,
Something like that.
18.
Yeah,
I probably
15 to
watched
20.
like
Yeah.
three or four of them, and then I watched the semifinals and the finals. It just the tournament bracket, and I understand this is because they like a lot of people have left and blah blah blah, but was really boring. Like it was nobody in there that I was like, oh, I can't wait to watch this match.
Yeah, I mean, we did have a big exodus of talent recently,
Yeah.
right? So it's like they're definitely in that rebuilding stage. But I mean, now it's giving more of a push to some of the younger guys, like Ren Narita, not younger guys, but like guys that deserve a push now. Ren Narita, Shota, finally, hopefully, Roihei Oiwa had a good showing in this tournament too. Like, did you watch the Oiwa versus Umino or Oiwa versus Zack Sabre Jr.? That was a pretty decent
I
match.
watched that. I watched the ELP match.
Hmm.
I think who did he fight? Yuya? No.
ELP was Bolton Oleg.
Oh,
He
Bolton
lost to
Oleg, yeah.
Bolton. Yeah.
I watched the Shingo match, the first one.
Hmm. Goto versus Caleb Newman was a decent match
Oh
too.
yeah, that's all I watched.
Yeah. And then the other semifinal match was Caleb Newman versus Shota Umino. And here is where I thought this is finally where they're going to strap the rocket to Shota and have him go right to the stars. But
Listen, they're still doing this weird thing with Roy as well, where it's like, oh, they allow him to have really good matches, but then he doesn't get any type of push.
yeah, I honestly thought when I saw Shota and Yuya in the semis, I thought, okay, we're going to get these two in the finals and have this amazing match. And finally, someone's going to get the rocket strapped to them.
Yeah.
Clearly not, because Caleb Newman beats Shota.
Yeah, that match was good though. I really
It was
liked
a
that
really good,
match.
yeah,
They used tables. There was a lot of like Japanese matches sometimes, and it's weird to say because it's like you don't want every match on the card to be that like how the AEW is sometimes, or like WWE who puts like three plunder matches in a row on a card.
yeah,
But it's like in WWE, or sorry, in New Japan, there's like it feels authentic when they use weapons. Like
yeah,
it makes the match feel like more real, like real to me. Like
more
it's more
authentic.
serious. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like
because you don't see a table that often.
there's good storytelling
Yeah. So
in
in
this
the
match,
final, we get Yuya versus Caleb Newman.
which I thought for sure Yu was going to win. I thought there's no chance
See,
Newman
I
was going to
thought
win.
you same here. I thought Yuya was going to win, and they were going to put they were going to get Shota would get jealous. We'd have a match between those two, but
I
clearly
thought
not.
the finals was going to be those two, and that's going to be your breakup story.
Yeah,
But clearly they don't want to break them up.
no, but they still have him lose all the time because Caleb Newman is your New Japan Cup winner.
Which this match was good,
Oh
and
yeah,
it
no,
was
no,
long and
this is
like
better. This match was better for Yuya than the previous match.
yeah, Bolton Oleg's really boring to watch. Like we already
Yeah,
know this, and it's not. I'm not trying to be hateration on him,
no,
but he
because we've
works
always
better as a
liked
tag.
Bolton.
He works better in a tag situation.
Yeah, Bolton needs to be put in a tag situation, kind of like the way Oscar and Yuto are in.
Yeah, you can still use them as solo wrestlers. I think that New Japan's biggest fault right now, and it's something that they used to do really well, is that they're not doing that. They used to have every single person was like in a set tag team,
Hmm.
right? Like you had Shingo and Sonata, and you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
Naito and whoever. It was always like you had two guys together. They did their own solo things, but whenever you needed them to be tag wrestlers, they just were already a tag team, and
Khan
they
and
don't.
Hanare,
Yeah, like stuff like that, right?
or even when Great Khan and
Jeff
Jeff
Cobb.
Cobb were a team. Yeah. But yeah, Caleb Newman gets the win here. Caleb Newman is your New Japan Cup winner. Is it going to be at the next, is it, what's the next one? Dontaku?
Sakura Genesis.
Genesis? That's where they're going to do the Yuta Tsuji versus Caleb Newman.
Yeah. And
That's round two, isn't it?
yeah, there's a card out. Go you search it.
Okay. Timmy's on it for us. Genesis. Okay, thank you, Timmy. All right. Yeah, it's Yota Tsuji versus Caleb Newman. That's the main event for the championship. We also are getting Kushida and Yasuda versus Matsumoto and Nakahara, which are some young lions there. Some new young lions, fresh blood coming up. For some reason we're getting Toge Makabe and Tiger Mask versus TMDK.
Yeah, we are.
Unbound, which is Shingo Takagi, Taiji Ishimori, and Robbie X versus Jake Lee, Francesco Akira, and Jacob Austin Young. Aaron Wolf, Yo Toriyanu, and Master Wato versus the House of Torture, Fale, Doki, Sho, and Kanemaru. We are getting a never open six-man tag team match. We are getting Bolton Oleg and Bishamon versus the House of Torture. We know they're going to lose now. They're going to give it to House of Torture again. Um, ooh, ooh. Maybe this is where they put a little shine on Umino. Umino versus Takeshita for the television championship.
Looks good.
That should be a really good match. The Knockout Brothers versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Oiwa, and Yota Tsuji versus Caleb Newman.
So I think the Knockout Brothers are going to lose now.
You think they're going to lose it to DMDK?
Yeah, I think so. They love Zack Sabre Jr.
Okay.
I think they lose this, and then they lose that, and then I think that Takeshita's probably going to lose against Shota.
Okay. I'll take it. Shota needs something, man. Poor guy. He's floundering.
They keep, listen, the problem that you have, the biggest problem in New Japan is you have all these guys that have star potential, but you're
Hmm.
refusing to push them. It's like exactly
Yeah.
what happened when they had Okada, where it's like they didn't want to push anybody except Okada and Jay White and Tanahashi. That's all that was getting play. Remember,
Yeah.
Will Ospreay was so good. Will Ospreay wasn't even in the title picture. Like,
No.
what the fuck?
I don't think Will Ospreay has ever won the title,
He
has
did,
he?
he did.
He did
Yeah,
once? Okay.
yeah. But it was crazy. Like Will Ospreay was probably their best wrestler, and you weren't pushing him,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's kind of
right?
crazy.
Suji
Tournaments
had
we
to
don't.
get through a minefield to get there to
Yeah.
become the number one guy.
Normally we don't score New Japan with tournaments and stuff like that, but this was okay. The finals was good.
I'll
One of the
say
sem
match quality wise, it's like a 7.5 for the whole tournament. Like
for the
there's
whole turn.
nothing. I
Yeah.
didn't hear anybody complaining about much.
Yeah. I mean, they got to go big though for I can't even think of the G1 because they're doing the US shows now.
Yeah, the opening day is in the U.S.,
Yeah, Chicago, right?
so we'll
And
see.
apparently when they do, and apparently Stand and Deliver this year, they're going to have both Evil and Hiromu there is
Really
the top. That's the rumor at least.
on WWE,
Yep.
on NXT,
NXT, yeah.
you're gonna have one of the greatest junior
Junior
wrestlers
heavyweights.
of all time, who's like 40, and another guy who's been doing this for like 25 years show up on NXT.
That's the rumor.
That's insane.
Maybe they'll bring him. Maybe they'll.
Listen, Evil is fine because Evil to me is absolutely washed already.
Yeah,
And in terms of what his capabilities will be in WWE, I don't expect he will last long. He's not the best wrestler anymore. He's not the best character, and he can't speak English barely. So,
yeah,
well, I don't know what he's gonna do. Hiromu's kind of disappointing because it's like you went there just to take the bag. Because at this point you're like 36 or 38, however old he is.
yeah,
You're already like the best in the world in that division that's still active. Like
yeah.
you're just selling out, and I find that I never thought he was that type of guy because you're not going to get anything
I
there.
honestly thought he would have been Noah bound.
So did I. It's weird that he's just like he's what is he going to do? And he's going to end up wrestling on AAA if he goes
Maybe
to
that's what it
WWE.
is. Maybe that's what it's for.
It could be.
If it's AAA, that'll give some life to the cruiserweight division.
I mean, he would be better there. I don't see how does he work in WWE? They don't have a junior division.
No, but I mean, you can get some fresh matches there. You can Hiromu versus Jack Cartwheel, Hiromu
Yeah.
versus Laredo Kid,
I mean, you could still do it in
Dragon
WWE
Lee.
with like Tyler Bate and stuff, right? But
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks again for joining us. Tune in. We got something next week for you. Friday is TNA Sacrifice, so we'll probably get a review for you next week for that. So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. This show doesn't need to be longer than it needs to be. And in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.